Hi KW, welcome to our Q&A session for Take Command. My name is Bobby Moats, your Director of Labs here at KWRI.
I'm Paul Polanski with the KWU team.
Yeah, and we're here. We want to answer all your questions, so make sure that you're on Slido right now, slido.com. The code is 6589, and make sure that you give us all your questions. This whole time, we're going to take anything and everything that you want to ask us about. This is our last live stream before family reunion, so if you have any burning questions that you need answered, we will attempt to answer them. Hopefully, unless they filter them out because they don't want us to answer them. I'm kidding. So let's start with that. We'll start with our first question. Will we be able to track our leads by family reunion in Command? Absolutely, yes. We have a whole lead routing system that we have created that we're going to turn on. Now, I'm not exactly sure if that's going to be for everybody or if this is going to be in a labs version right now because we haven't actually released that to the labs yet. But we will have it by family reunion, and there will be a significant portion of the agents that will be able to use it. We want to get it for everybody, but we also want to make sure it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Okay, so this is a new thing that just got plugged into Command here. How does the Twilio integration work? And just to reiterate, for anyone who doesn't know, Twilio, that's Twilio. Tell us a little bit about Twilio, because I know you've used them a little bit.
So Twilio is you basically can buy a phone number. This is our commitment to you where you buy your own phone number and connect it into the Command, and then you keep it. We're going to connect it to Command for you, but you own your own phone number at this point. So if you go into settings and you click on Twilio, it's going to give you some information. We want to give you the capabilities to be able to select your own phone number. I know there's some bugs in there right now where it just automatically selects a number for you. So just be patient right there. But what it does is it will connect into Command, and so you can seamlessly send text messages to your contact from Command, from that specific business number that you have set up for your database. You can call from it, or you can send text messages from it. And at the same time, we're going to make sure that we have integration to Kelly and other areas of your Command with that Twilio integration.
That's right. And then, so you click on that connection in settings. It's either going to have you create an account or log into your existing account. And then, you just find a contact, click on their phone number, and it'll pull up a little window where you can actually send them a text.
Yep.
And it'll automatically log that in the contact record.
Absolutely.
So, pretty exciting.
Yeah. Next question, how do we actually capture the lead from the landing page once they visit it? If they go on the landing page and they fill out your lead capture form, it's going to drive their information directly into Command for you. Now, to set up a landing page with lead capture forms, you actually have to go into Sketchhouse and set up a web template that captures that, then generate a landing page that you want to drive people to in our landing page sections. We've covered that the last couple days, so if you didn't get a chance to review what we did there, then go back and watch a couple of those live streams. But once you capture that data, it's going to be in there. We're going to know where they came from. We're going to know if they visited again. It's going to track all of that.
Absolutely. Okay, next question. Will all of this sync with CGI, Career Growth Initiative? So right now, it's not fully integrated, but we're just getting started. We have all the building blocks. So we need you to actually go into the feedback and tell us how you want Command to interact with CGI. And that's really where you come in. What do you want us to track? What do you want us to integrate with CGI and all of this?
And also remember, with Command, we want to create an all-in-one system, so it's all going to be in one place. With opportunities and with tracking of your activities, we're going to be able to automatically give you the information that you need that's going to be able to inform you on those 4 conversations that you want to track. So it's all going to be built into Command, absolutely. And we are thinking about that too, because me and the Labs team, we're all agents, and we want to make sure that you're able to report on your numbers and you can have that insight into your business. Absolutely.
That's right. If the connected data is there, we can build it.
Absolutely. So next question from Ryan. Will there be other options besides Twilio, or should we all be on Twilio? Right now it is Twilio, because Twilio was the easiest one for us to connect to, but we want to have the capabilities for you to add in whatever phone system that you use. If it's RingCentral or Grasshopper, whatever those are, we want to be able to give you those connections and make sure they happen. As long as those companies are willing to work with us and create that tight connection that Twilio has been able to do.
Absolutely. All right, next question. So this is more of a lead accelerator question. How do I switch and link to my team Facebook page, so like the business page in Command? It's only allowing me to link my personal page right now. So the main thing to keep in mind with the connections around social media is when you have a Facebook like business page or something like that, it's always attached to a personal Facebook account. So when you're in the connections area, you're going to connect to that personal account. When you go to run an ad for Facebook or Instagram, it's actually going to have you choose which business page to attach to that ad. So you never just log directly into a business page. It's always attached to a personal page.
Absolutely. Next question, how do I get ROI stats for Real Mailers? This was actually something we were talking to before we started. The Real Mailers right now, and with any print marketing that you do, I know as well as you probably do, it's really hard to get a good ROI on that unless you actually have a call to action on that campaign, that maybe a consumer is calling your phone number, a specific phone number, or going to a specific website. So then you can track and you understand that's where these people came from. They came from this number that was on my Real Mailer or from this website that was on my Real Mailer. If you set it up that way and then understand that that's what, when they come from that, then they are a Real Mailer lead, then we can track it throughout the whole process. We're going to understand that they were a Real Mailer lead and that they ended up closing, what that value was, et cetera, and to generate that ROI for you.
Absolutely. All right, next question. All of my active listings aren't showing up in Lead Accelerator. Where's that information pulled from so I can fix it? So it's mainly going to be pulling from the MLS. So there's a couple different places that it could go wrong at. So I think your best bet here is to, first of all, just make sure everything's correct on the MLS level. Make sure it's syndicating out like it should from the MLS. And then contact KW Support. And they can take a look and just see what's going on with that listing and get it corrected.
Also at the same time, right now we're making a lot of updates to KWLS with our new transition over to GCP. There's some of the connections there aren't working like we want them to, and we have a big rush happening right now to make sure that all that data is coming in correctly. So sit tight, it's going to be there.
Absolutely.
Next question, is there a way in the future to connect our KW website with landing pages? Yeah, absolutely. So right now you can create, so if you go to any of your KW websites and you want to create a separate page and point it to a specific landing page, you can totally do that. If you want to set up landing pages for every single neighborhood and then point your current website to those, you can do that right now. In the future, as we grow our consumer experience, we're going to have more and more integration with what we're creating inside of Command and in those landing pages. So again, our consumer experience is going to really drive what that looks like moving forward and what your personal branded websites look like and if that changes.
All right. Okay, here's a good one. Can I add a global custom field? And this is actually a really exciting one, a big win for us. So actually I want to go to the screen real quick and just show you what's going on with global custom fields. So if you actually go to the top right of your command and click on your name and choose settings, you're going to find a custom fields page here. It's dedicated to these custom fields. And when you go to create something, you're going to name the field and give it a type, like a text field, a drop down, a number, a URL, whatever the case might be. We now have this checkbox here for make default custom field. When you do that, it's now going to actually add it to when you go to edit a contact, it'll always be there. And you can see some of these are default, some of them not. So if I actually go to a contact, we can actually now see the custom fields that I've created. And I can actually just go add a contact. And down here at the bottom, you'll see these two custom fields that I've set as default are now here for any contact I add going forward. So it's really exciting.
Next question, will the market snaps in landing pages update in real time, or will it be like a Kelly shared snap and I have to send a new one every single week? Our goal with that is to make sure that it updates in real time. We want to make sure that you can generate a landing page around a specific neighborhood, and it's always going to give them the most up-to-date information. So that is our goal. Right now, we're waiting on some connections to happen, but that should be here pretty quick.
Absolutely. It's one of those dynamic widgets that you can put in that landing page that should update all the time. All right. How can I add the link to my landing page to Sketchhouse? So basically, here's the deal. Landing pages and Sketchhouse kind of work in tandem together. So you actually go into Sketchhouse, create the template without the real data. And once you get all the pieces in place and you make it look exactly how you want, you then go into landing pages and you start adding real data. the links that you want to add, the market snap areas. You know, what neighborhood do you want that market snap widget to pull from? What branded header information. So landing pages is where you actually put that data into the template you built in Sketchhouse.
Sketchhouse is designed to create marketing templates, whether it's websites, email campaigns, graphic design here in the near future, and the landing pages is actually where you create those landing pages based on the templates that you put together for your team or for yourself. So those are two a little bit separate things. Next question, will there be landing page analytics? Yes, we're working on reporting very hard right now, and what that reporting looks like across all of Command. And we are tracking all of those analytics. We were tracking the analytics from the Kelly Snaps originally, and we know how many people went to those Kelly Snaps and how much time they spent on them, et cetera. So yes, we're tracking analytics for all of that, and we are going to surface that for reports for you very soon.
All right. Here's another one. Can you export the targeted mailing list from Command if you choose to use another printer other than RealMailers? So right now, there's no export feature in Command. It's still being worked in there. So right now, you would have to use something like PySync to get your contacts to export somewhere where you could get a spreadsheet of those contacts.
Yeah.
So not yet, but it is definitely coming.
But as far as those targeted mailing lists, we are getting those in tandem with RealMailers, so that I don't know if we can export those currently.
Right.
Those specific targeted ones. Next question, will it be a best place to nurture my leads? I have too many tags as it, where's the best place to nurture my leads? I have too many tags as it is. I think Command is your best place to nurture leads, especially with our new neighborhood feature where you tag the neighborhoods to those leads, add them quickly to a Nurture Smart Plan, which we are going to release to you at Family Reunion so that it will automatically send those people updated information about the neighborhoods that they are following from you, branded to you, to your contacts, to your nurtures, so you can continue to touch them. And on top of that, any good nurture campaign, pick up the phone, call them, send them a text message, get face-to-face. That's the best way to nurture any lead.
Absolutely, and that'll really personalize the experience, you know, in a really easy way and sustainable way. All right, how can I view the opportunities that my agents have? Can I create an opportunity for them? I guess my question would be, is this at the Market Center level, at the team level? So I'm not sure at the Market Center level, but at the team level, there is going to be some team functionality within opportunities. I don't know about creating an opportunity for the team.
That is coming. We are building fully functional team functionality within opportunities so that if you're an admin on a team or a rainmaker on a team and you want to set those up for your agents, all of that will be there, absolutely.
But you will be able to view the opportunities that the agents on your team have.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Next question, how do we import the contacts into Command from a CSV file? I've been looking all over the place for the format. Well, pretty easy. We can go to the screen real quick. Yep. We're on the contact screen. There's a big button in the top right called Import. Click there. And then at the very top, it says download the pre-made CSV to upload your contacts into Command. It's kind of like hiding in plain sight, right? We have that there. It'll open. It's got all of the fields that you'll need set up for you. That's the best way to upload it currently. And yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And just one quick note. Right now, it's in an Excel format. You just want to go ahead and save as when you're finished as a CSV format, just to be clear on that when you actually put it in. So something to look out for. Okay, how can we edit our landing pages to show our information? Okay,
so right now that functionality is a little bit broken in the production version. It will be up and running by Family Reunion, where you can go in there and actually edit that information in the landing page section. But we'll show you where that's at.
That's right. So I have the QA version up. So this is what's going to be coming here soon. And whenever you go to the landing pages app here, you're going to be able to create a landing page. I'm just going to name this test just for time's sake. And now we're going to actually choose the template that we've created. Again, this is a test account, so the data looks a little weird. But say we go to this My Market Snap landing page, we configure. And so you'll see the template that you created in Sketchhouse. And but on the right-hand side, you'll see each widget has kind of a section here. And that's where you're going to click on it. And here's where you can change the text here up at the top of the page. Choose what background image, the agent branding. Same thing if we, if we go to a different widget here, we can actually go to the Market Snap widget, tell it what postal code you want, and then the neighborhood list from within that postal code. So once you get into landing pages, you'll see a section for each of the widgets that you've added, and you can add the real data.
Absolutely. Next question, will Twilio be the only way to bulk text, or will something like Google Voice be integrated to? As of right now, it is only Twilio. We don't have any other way to do that currently, but trust me, we are expanding our integrations as fast as we can, and our best way to do that is to get more agents on board and tell us what they actually want us to integrate with, and to make communication with those companies to make sure that we build tight integrations into Command. Google Voice, I'm not sure. Google doesn't really integrate a lot of their voice capabilities in with any other technology. So that's actually a conversation that we're having right now, but we're still waiting to see if that'll actually happen.
All right, next question. Who owns all of this data? That's a really big question.
Me, obviously.
But as an agent, you own your database. Yeah. That is your business. Yeah. So
we don't own anything. We want you to be able to take your data with you wherever you go. So if you put everything in and you're using Command and you're like, look, this is not for me. I want to take all my data out and go somewhere else. Go for it. We're not going to own it. We're not going to sell your leads to anybody else or anything that comes to those landing pages. We're not going to just send it to the another agent in your market center. You own that data.
Absolutely.
Next question, what dialer system will we be connected to? That's up to you. With the PieSync integration, we currently have connection to, I think, one dialer. It's called PhoneBurner. But there are other dialers that are going to be popping up there pretty soon. I'm not sure when that will happen, so I'm not going to mention any names right now, but there are some of the mainstream ones that you're probably using in your business right now. We are definitely talking to. Trust me, that's one of the #1 requests I get across the company, period, from agents.
And with PieSync, you can actually go to piesync.com. You can go to their supported, I believe it's supported applications or services. Yeah. You can see who they're in business with and what's kind of coming soon as well, and you can make recommendations.
Absolutely.
All right, will calls be able to come from the Twilio number? So right now, from what I understand, it's all kind of based around text right now. I haven't seen the phone call functionality yet hooked up with Twilio. You have some inside info on that?
Well, so maybe I'm just not seeing it right now, but if you click on the phone number, it should at the top say if you want to, you can actually call that number if it was loading.
Let me see if we can get it to pull up here in production.
And we'll go to the screen real quick.
That's right. So if I click on this phone number, Twilio not connected. So basically, you'll have a box that pops up where you can actually send that text message. But there might be a button in here.
I think at the top it says call that number. We would pull that up, but this agent Annie is not connected to Twilio right now.
That's right.
Not the most tech-enabled agent that we have in KW.
But so, I encourage you to go check it out. Yeah. If you have access to Command, go click on a phone number in one of your contacts. You'll definitely see the ability to text message there if you're connected to Twilio. Go ahead and see if you can make a phone call through there.
The top, it should say call this specific number. Next question, with the recent updates, which will be the best application, PieSync versus the others to sync contacts? I'm assuming you're talking about eEdge. eEdge is there, that's got a direct connection. With PieSync, you have a very limited number, not a very limited number, but you have a limited number of connections that we're going to pay for you, so that are going to be free, and then PieSync will ask you to register for an account or pay for an account to add more than that. We wanted to make sure that you had something that you could go into, and if you connected outside of eEdge or any other of the CRMs that we're going to have direct connections to, a place to go to be able to do that. So if you have eEdge, connect through eEdge through the system that we've created for you, and then use PieSync for something else, like connecting to your cell phone so that you have all your Google contacts or your iCloud contacts in your database, and those are staying synchronized. Or there's a lot of other cool tech in there too that PieSync supports that you can synchronize with.
It's all sorts of services.
Yeah.
And I believe with the additional connections, so you get one free one, I believe, and then everything after is 50% off. So there is a discount as well.
Yeah.
Okay, how will the current Market Center calendar and eEdge transfer to the calendar command? Will it work the same way? Will it be linked to your Google Calendar? Do you have any insight on the calendar? Because we don't have it in there yet.
No, so I'm not 100% positive what the calendar and eEdge looks like. But the calendar command is going to connect directly to your Google Calendars, and it's going to be very seamless. You're going to be able to understand. It's going to connect to KW Connect also. So you're going to have the Market Center calendar and KW Connect. You're going to have maybe the regional calendar, KWRI calendars, any calendars that you're associated with in any groups. You're going to know what those events look like. And those are all going to pull into command into your specific calendar so you can see it. You can see your other agent's calendar if you're a rainmaker. You can understand what appointments look like across your organization. It's all going to live in one place, and it's going to really feel, we're taking Google Calendar as kind of a template for this. It's going to feel like a Google Calendar, just a simple, easy calendar for you to use, and we think it's going to be awesome. We don't have a lot of functionality in it right now because we're running full speed ahead on making sure that everything else works, because people are still using the Google Calendars and eEdge, et cetera. So sit tight, that's going to be here. There's going to be so much coming after Family Reunion. We're releasing so much at Family Reunion, but after, this is the worst it's ever going to be, and it's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. I'll jump down a little bit. I see one that I know the answer to for sure. Will leases be available in opportunities by Family Reunion? The answer is no, not by Family Reunion. But they're going to be working as soon as it's over to get leases in there so that we can kind of complete the picture and then move forward with opportunities and start getting to, like commissions and getting a green sheet replacement. So that is coming after Family Reunion, but it's a big focus.
Yeah. Next question, will Command ever be marketed to others outside of KW? I'm going to say no. I mean, I don't know what the future looks like and what this is going to morph into. If there's a dumbed down version that we end up, selling at a crazy fee to other agents. But as of right now, based on past history of companies that have built their own tech, I would say that's not going to happen. I'm never going to advocate for that because this is such a big differentiator. Yeah, I can't talk. Differentiator for you as KW agents and for you to have that edge in the market, and me too, like for my team. So I want to make sure that we continue to have that edge as we go out there and do our business.
All right. Okay, here we go. Should our agents be buying any bolt-on tech right now, like Lead Hacks? What do you think? You're an agent. I mean,
yeah,
it's we're building Command here. We've got some big building blocks. It's not completely put together yet, but I mean that's just a business decision.
So yeah.
Right?
I don't know what Lead Hacks is. Potentially lead generation. Me with my team, we're looking to spend as little money as possible in any other tech outside of KW tech, unless it's going to help us generate more leads that KW can't handle right now, like that KW is not taking care of right now, or it may be a dialer. And we need to integrate to a dialer until KW has something that's going to, or Command is going to have something that replaces that. So we're buying tech that connects to PieSync that'll seamlessly integrate until Command takes its place. Ultimately, that's what we're going to. And also, in the future, with the marketplace that we're putting into Command, other agents are going to be able to create and other agents and companies create some seamless experiences inside of Command that are probably going to be valuable to you that you're going to want to pay for to implement into Command. It's almost like an app store that we're creating.
And that'll be really exciting.
Yeah.
The innovation is going to be incredible. All right, so once contacts sync into Command, how will we be able to determine within the contact that to see what source it came from, basically? I mean, there is a source field in the contact record, and so it's going to take what pulls in, and it'll label it that way.
Absolutely.
And then there's rules you can set up in, I know, the PieSync connection to really determine, how things are pulled in and how things are pushed back out to those other systems. So you can really control a lot of that.
PieSync is so powerful. If you had say you were getting specific leads, I know PieSync just recently connected to Facebook leads, lead forms. If you synchronize it with your Facebook lead forms and you wanted to set up a whole bunch of different PieSyncs based on the specific ad that was set up through Facebook lead forms, you can do that and then make it tag that lead in Command specifically as coming from that lead form. So there's all sorts of functionality within PieSync and within Command to be able to slice and dice your database based on where that information came from. Next question from Michelle. I need to set up a 33 touch campaign. If I start these in eEdge, will they transfer to Smart Plans in Command, or should I wait to do them in Command? I'm not going to tell you to hold off on doing your business right now. We're going to create some standardized Smart Plans for you by Family Reunion inside of Command. Nothing from, with Smart Plans, as of right now, they're not going to be able to pull from the ones that you created in eEdge. So I wouldn't do that double work and set people up on things that you're going to have to restart them on. I would wait till Command is able to do what you need it to do and use those initial plans that Smart Plans is going to be able to provide to agents at Family Reunion. That's just my 2 cents.
All right. Okay, here's another question. Do all of our transactions get a landing page, sellers and buyers? So if I'm reading this right, I mean...
So I'm assuming that you're talking about, for your transactions, generating a landing page for your consumers so they can watch what's happening with that transaction. Right now, no. With our consumer experience, absolutely. We're going to create experiences for them so they can track that buy or sell throughout the whole process inside of a website or through the app. If it's just about creating just a website to see the home, it's not automatically going to create those homes. You can go and you can create those home websites. You can go and create them in landing pages, but right now it's not going to automatically create those. And if it's around a neighborhood, say they're selling their home and they need to see that neighborhood, or your buyer wants to see the neighborhood they moved into, you can just tag those neighborhoods to those contacts and we'll automatically generate that for them. So 3 different ways. Not exactly sure. Hopefully I answered the question a few different ways, but yeah. Next question, can I send mailers to EDDM, which is Every Door Direct Mail with the U.S. Postal Service? Not right now. That is something we get a lot of requests for, and we are exploring how do we do that effectively inside of Command.
All right, next question. When adding neighborhoods to contacts, what exactly is being sent to the contacts? Just market data, and where exactly is that info coming from? The MLS? So yeah, I mean, that's the idea, right? You're adding neighborhoods to your contacts, so you have that there to kind of automate the data that's being pushed out when you're sending these landing pages and things. So you go in and set up the template however you want. Out of the box, it's definitely going to show market data, just like with neighborhood snaps and all of that.
And that information is coming from the MLS. We are creating connections with every MLS across the country to make sure you have the most accurate and most up-to-date information, period. And that's all feeding into KWLS. Now, KWLS we're going to give you as agents the capability to even add more than what's actually in the MLS. If you want to put some coming soons or pocket listings, then you'll be able to pull that information into those landing pages too. So you're going to have more than what a consumer is going to be able to get at a Zillow or a Realtor.com, et cetera, once they go to your websites.
Yeah, and then the really cool thing as well is not only the market data, but you can customize that however you want, and just add in any information that you want through the template.
Next question, will other people have access to all of my opportunities, buyers/sellers, from the branch office? So I'm assuming you mean from your market center. Will they have access to them? They will not have access to all of them until you submit them to the market center. When they are submitted to the market center or to your MCA for review, which is not going to be at Family Reunion, we're not going to have the capability, but here in a couple months we will. We're going to have the market center backend, and once you submit it to them for review, they're going to be able to see the information there to make sure it's all accurate and correct.
Absolutely. Okay, can Command automatically assign an email campaign based on which category or group you lead into? So tags, like your monthly newsletters, hot buyer weekly email, whatever. Yes, so the building blocks are being put in place for that. So they're building smart plans so that you can...
The building blocks are in place for that.
Definitely. And so basically you can create a smart plan, and then you can tell it's not quite working yet, but you can tell Command if a certain tag is added to a contact, throw them on the smart plan. So that's definitely functionality that's being built in.
Yeah, and through the lead routing tool that we're creating, you're going to be able to track where they came from if you want to assign it to an agent on your team or to yourself, and then assign that lead based on where it came from to a specific smart plan immediately. So that's all going to be there.
Absolutely.
Next question. How will the team structure work and be tracked team level? We're working with the biggest expansion teams and the biggest mega teams to make sure the team structure is going to work, period, for any and every configuration of a team. We've thought through that model from beginning to end, and it is going to be rolled out. How it's going to actually work, you're going to have the Rainmaker, and then we're going to let you build out that structure however you want it to work. We're not going to tell you how to build your teams. It's just going to be built how you built it, and we're going to track it for you and do the reporting at the highest level for you so that you can track how your team's doing at an agent level. Yeah.
All right, last question here. Should we sign up for Twilio and or PieSync and then somehow connect it to Command, or do we connect those systems through Command? And the answer is right now, you actually, if you're going for PieSync for the first time, you actually want to go through Command to do it. They're working on a way to be able to bring your outside PieSync account into Command, but that's not ready yet. So right now for PieSync, you actually want to go to Settings, to that Connections page, and click Connect Account, and it'll actually take you through the process to get it set up. Same thing with Twilio. Now Twilio, you could go either way, but if you do it within Command, it will walk you through the setup process to get an account created.
For both PieSync and Twilio, I had existing accounts. With PieSync, it was a little bit more of a hassle. I had to get in touch with them and make sure that was moved over. And then I think I ended up creating a new one with a different email. But they are working on that. I talked to their team the other day, and they're going to fix that. With Twilio, I do have an existing Twilio account, and I have like 10 phone numbers for my team to track different things. It just automatically connected it. So that made it super easy and simple.
All right.
Absolutely. So that was probably our record number, 110 questions. Yeah, it was good. Thank you so much for all your questions and sitting through with us on these Take Command sessions over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully you've learned a lot, and hopefully we've been helpful in trying to explain it to you and what's going to be happening. And hopefully you're super excited about Family Reunion and what's going to be coming. If you're not going, make sure you watch those live streams that are happening. I know I'm doing a couple, and I don't know how many are actually happening, but it's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of great tech, and get into Command, start playing with it, and let's make it better. This is only the beginning. This is everything's been in labs. This is still going to be in labs, but we're just going to give it to everybody. So get excited, get banging away at it, and giving us your feedback so that we can make this what it needs to be for the KW agents.
Absolutely. And so we'll see you at Family Reunion. You're going to learn a lot. And then after you get back, we're going to have a bunch of live streams for you, a full live stream schedule. So it's going to be very exciting. So we'll see y'all there. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much.